I want to be Miss November. I'm Shane Haddix. I've been it's off and on. I've dabbled for like a decade. It's been like 13 years, but just dabbling. Now I'm really getting into it. So really like 3 years. That's probably a common answer.
What inspired you to do stand-up comedy?
Comedy albums when I was young, really. Like, you know, we're in the South. Foxworthy albums are fucking everywhere. And I remember like hearing like Totally Committed and being like, whoa, you can do that? Like you can just fucking entertain a whole crowd of people with just your words? And I'm like, all right, that's it. And well, then I also got sidetracked by being a pro wrestler for like 3 years. From 15 to 18, that's what I did. And I was like, fuck that. I don't want anybody telling me what to do. Because, you know, that's how pro wrestling is. They tell you what to do. I was like, stand up. That's where it's at. Because I can do whatever I want. And I don't have to destroy my knees.
What's the most cringe thing you've ever seen another comedian do on stage?
When people just are trying shit that they're not. Like, if you want to do an abortion joke, dude, like, cool. But, like, be at that level to pull it off. Like, you need the, like, surgical tools. You don't need a sledgehammer. And when you start comedy, you get a sledgehammer. Like, that's your skill level. So, be ready to kill crowds if you're going to do that. People just trying material they're not ready to really try.
What's the best night of your comedy career?
Comedy Club in Georgetown, the Laughing Post. I featured for Jeremiah Martin, who, you know, local comedian around here, and it just fucking went up. Just one of those nights everything goes right, you know? Like, every pause gets a laugh, people just get what you're doing. Walk out, just feeling good, doing the Conor McGregor thing, just swinging your arms, just feeling great. Way overblown how inflated your ego gets after a good show like that. But that night, tops. Worth it all. Worth every time people stared at me, not liking what I was doing. Every time people just wanted to watch a football game at a bar while I just commented at them.
Let's take it from a high to a low. What's the worst time you ever bombed that
Bar
you can remember?
You were, the last time I remember, you were there last week, dude. I handled bombing like a bitch last week. But worst time, it's a bar show. I mean, I can't specify which bar, because I do one-liners. And if you're doing one-liners and people don't care, it's just space that people are like, okay, you're doing puns. 11 at night, you're doing puns, and I'm drunk, dude. Like, what are you doing right now?
What's it feel like bombing?
It's the fucking weirdest experience in the world, man. You ever had a conversation with somebody you didn't connect to? Now amplify that by a whole group of people that just don't like you. That's what it is. But at the same time, after the show's over, the only difference is people don't talk to you afterwards. No one comes up and goes, hey, nice set. That's the only difference. Like, but on stage, oh, dude. Especially because, you know, we're funny. We, like, take it to heart. We're like, this is what I do. And then when you bomb, it's like, oh, maybe not. It's a long car ride home. That's what it feels like.
Advice from you.
You got to ride a lot, unfortunately. You got to do the work. It sucks, and I know as a comedian, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do the work. That's why we all got into it. But if you want people to stare at you for a decade, don't do the work. Go with what you think's funny. That's it. There's no other barometer. You don't know. You're never going to know. If you think something's funny, write it down and try it, because you're going to be wrong a lot of times. There's been jokes that I thought like, oh, that sucked. I'm going to try it, and then I was like, oh, I was completely wrong. I was going to say don't take bombing hard, but I'm still learning that lesson. That's a difficult lesson. You're going to bomb. You ever had a bad day at work? It's the same thing in comedy. You're not getting out of it. You're not avoiding it. Sometimes people don't want to listen. Or you're just having a bad night. You didn't memorize what you want. You didn't get to where you need to be. Prepare your shit. Know what you're going to say. Unless you're an improv god, which I'm not. I wish I was. I wish I could get on stage and just say whatever, but I can't. If it's not specifically written, I fall apart. Anybody who's seen me, seen it. I mean, just don't be a douchebag, man. You know, like, just be chill. You don't have to be friends with everybody, but just don't be a dick. Sit at the show. Don't run out constantly. Don't fake laugh. I'm going to say that. Like, if you're sitting in the front row, like, look, if someone says something not funny, just don't bother fake laughing, because they know. Everybody knows if you're fake laughing. It sounds different. And if you don't find things funny a lot, sit in the back. Don't sit so close to the stage, because you're going to fuck whoever's up there up.
Where can people find more of you on social media?
Shane Haddix Comedy. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, everything. Shorts. I do shorts. I'm trying to church it up. I do sketches. They take me 15 minutes to 36. Don't tell them.